It's another perfect example of allowing nature to speak for itself rather than relying on some of the tried and true, but a bit overused formulas of just having experts speak to a screen, but instead getting to see on our screen nature speak for itself. And the way the lights and shadows shift in here give us such a strong sense and understanding how time moves and how time behaves transactionally in its relationship with nature itself.
I thought it had some beautiful shots of the sky and the landscape, really cool time lapse shots. We saw the changing of the clouds and the light across the sky throughout the day. This film had some really engaging music as well to go with these time lapse shots. You really felt the passage of time with this film, sort of watching the earth live without us humans. I enjoyed that there wasn't any shots of, human environment or intervention at all. It was all nature, sort of watching the earth live on without us in a way. I love all the different environments that we see, from the forest floors to shooting stars in the sky. All gorgeous shots of these natural landscapes. But yeah, I really enjoyed this film. I thought it was really beautiful, and just made you think of time and the passage of time, and life going on without us.
Great music in this. I think that the synth really captured the essence of the film. Lovely cinematography. I loved the time lapse effect that they used. I thought it was great. The filming locations on this were just absolutely gorgeous.
It was very gentle. It was very lovely. It was very kind of easy on the like your sensations. It was very calming and relaxing, and it was really interesting to see kind of how different circumstances, like lighting, for example, different times of day, or if there's cloud cover or not, and how that changes the same scene. Like, you can be, especially the one in the forest, is where I noticed it the most, how different times of day, different conditions, like actual conditions in the weather, really change the feel of something from one moment to the next. And I thought that that was such an interesting way to showcase that. And I think that a lot of the times, if you take a step back and kind of take it into a broader spectrum of humanity and society and just people's tendencies, you see a lot of those things kind of lining up as well. That depending on the situation, how much is in the light, how much is in the shadows, and how those kind of interact and play with each other changes upon the situation and who you're interacting with and what the kind of circumstances are, which was just kind of like an errant thought that hit me as I was watching it. But for the most part, I just found it very, very tranquil, very, very relaxing, very, very calming.
It's a lot of movement and shifting of clouds, precipitation coming off the land, back to the sky, variations of sunlight, things like that. Clearly taken at various times of day, and you can kind of get a sense of this various shadows depending on how much cloud cover or sunlight there was at that particular time. Some very beautiful shots of nature. It made me wonder how long was the camera set up at each location to achieve this piece, because it does seem like they had to cover quite a long time, because we are seeing sunrises and sunsets in this piece, and we are seeing various locations. So it gave me a sense of wanting to know more about the production.
They reminded me of something like that would be in a montage in like a Planet Earth or like a nature documentary, and I rock with it. Like, um, because it's like, how did they get that? That means they had to set that camera up at that one spot underneath that tree for weeks, days, months, you know, and that's impressive. And it showed through here. Um, my favorite shot sequences was like the ones with the ships because I like ships, and I don't know, I liked because they were all in different places and different parts of the frame, and yeah, those are my favorites.